years of age, okay, you can be charged as an adult. 16, depending on what you did. But 17, they can look at you and say, nah, you old enough. You knew what you were doing. You are conscious enough to know what you were doing. We're going to charge you as an adult. That is, those are big words, I would say. You know, como decimos en español, palabras grandes, mayores. In Florida, if you get caught, like the first time, let's say, and let me tell you, I'll tell you something that happened in our school. There was a little girl that I had 2 years ago, and this little girl se enamoró del maestro. Se enamoró. Entonces el maestro didn't, for me, he didn't know how to deal with the situation. And they went on a trip. And they were at Universal Studios, and there was a lot of them, so he gave out his cell phone number so that they can communicate with him, you know, at the time that they were leaving. Se acabó el año and whatever. The next year, the little girl, she's still enamorada del maestro, and she's taking explicit pictures and sending it to the teacher. The teacher didn't stop it, didn't go to the administration, didn't say anything, and he is out of a job because he didn't stop it. And she is already 16 and a half, and she's going to have a criminal record because she thought it was fun and dandy to be taking pictures of herself and sending it to a teacher. So you have to be careful with that. But for adolescents, No, he got in trouble. Well, only fired? I mean, getting fired is in itself. No, he did get. No, he absolutely. He got in trouble. They came into the classroom. They took his phone right in front of all the students. Cops took him. He has a record if the parents, because he didn't do the pictures. He just didn't stop it. And but he lost his job, and by losing his job, he loses his certificate. And if he loses his certificate, he can't teach in the state of Florida at all. Both. That's another harm, absolutely. In Florida, the first time they catch you, like that little girl, she got a $60 fine and 8 hours of community service. And maybe you're thinking $60 is not a lot. $60 if you don't have $60 is a lot, right? If your parents don't have $60, that's a lot. If I would have done that and I would have gone to jail, my mama would have let me there podrirme en el jail por $60. But as parents now, we don't do that. Okay, we're a little bit more, but my mama would have let me rot in there like if I was in hell. Absolutely. Second offense, first-degree misdemeanor. Okay, and the I forgot to put in there you pay another $60. Then the third offense, you now get charged a conviction of felony charge pornography with permanent sex offender status. So you have to go and you have to register. And you know how many of you have gone into those little websites that says sex offenders? Have you guys seen that? If you go to Osceola County, everybody that's in the sex offender list, their picture, their mugshot comes out there, and they tell you even where they live. Because it's law, that they have to register, and they have to put where they're living. No. Anybody. When I was talking to the lawyer, she said if they're going to look at the dates, and they will add on per each date. And that's a really good question. It's not just the first time that you got it. They'll look at the dates, and then the dates will, if this is the first one, yep, that's one. Then the second one, you did it again, you didn't learn, that's the next one. If you send 5 in 5 different dates and they catch you, they're going to give you those 5. They're going to give you those 5. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's separate. When you go to court, that's you know, when you stand up right in front of the judge, he's earning a lot of money, and guess who's paying? Yeah, and they're gonna send you, and they go, oh, you have, what is it? A veces we went for some reason. I'm gonna say we went there, and I stood there, and we were sitting there, and todo el que se paraba in front of the judge, he would say, okay, your court fines are $365. And that is without the fine that you have to pay. It's just because me da la gana. Y si me te pones malcriado, te meto 500. Porque el juez, the judge, he will charge you with whatever he wants. He'll tell you, you looking at me wrong, I'm going to give you $500 fine. Yes, and they will fine. And if you act crazy with them, they'll put you in contempt. Go to jail. Go sit over there hasta que se te pase el coraje, and then you still got to pay me my money. Because that's what it is, money. Yeah, your best bet is to be quiet. Llora si tiene que llorar. Hacerte así, bien humilde. It sure is. I'm sorry, Your Honor. This is the one that's going to be a lawyer soon. There we go. Don't play. Don't play, right? Don't play. So I'm hoping that you guys are understanding that this is not a game. I could have bought you, brought you some pictures and stuff. I didn't think that was appropriate because I don't want to teach you something you really don't know. Some of you don't know. So I don't want to teach you something you don't know, but I do want to teach you something that you should know, which is important for you guys. This is not a game. Use your cell phone the way you're supposed to use it. That's it. Le vas a mandar un picture, mándate un picture, pero mándate un picture lindo. Don't. Your beautiful face and your friends and your stuff that you do, right? And I was looking at, there is 73% of the population right now is using Facebook. It used to be MySpace, but for the last 2 years, MySpace has gone drain, I guess. I don't know. And now it's just Facebook. Well, there's Twitter and there's Tumblr. But even Twitter and Tumblr they're under Facebook. You don't know what Tumblr is, huh? You learned something today. I got 2 scenarios that I researched. Can you go to the next one? And these are things that happen. These are true stories, okay? Scenarios. The first one, last year, Cynthia Logan, she was 18 years old. Cynthia Logan's daughter, Jessie, she committed suicide. Okay, because she broke up with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend, she had sent some pictures que eran para él nada más. No era para todo el mundo. But he decided that he was going to send it to the world. So all her friends were receiving nude pictures of her. Ella no pudo con eso. Her brain she couldn't handle it. She didn't go to the appropriate people. And she decided, and I want you guys to understand that it's not that she decided it's the devil working in the whole situation, that she was going to kill herself because she did not know how to handle. And I want you guys to be able to reason, okay, you commit un error, an error, anybody does it. You don't have to go do something crazy when you can have help from people that are around you. The embarrassment and the harassment, she just couldn't handle it. The next one that I have is from Louisiana. Just 20 days after his 18th birthday, Philip Albert distributed nude photos of his 16-year-old ex-girlfriend following a heated argument without considering the legal consequences. Albert logged into her email account and sent to her friends and family nude photos his girlfriend had previously taken of herself with him. He was arrested with distributing child pornography. You know, it's not just that he took the pictures and that she took the pictures. Now he's being charged, and he's an adult. A judge sentenced him to 5 years probation, and Albert was forced to register as a sex offender, a burden he must bear until the age of 43. So until he's 43, when he gets a job and they look at his background, it's going to say sex offender. And that was in Louisiana. You have a question? Well, it all depends on the state. In Louisiana, here it's for life. You're a sex offender for life. In Louisiana, they give him a certain amount of time. Well, it doesn't say what happened to his ex-girlfriend, but I'm thinking that she's not having a great time having those pictures all over the place. No, I'm going to the next one. Right. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to translate. De verdad que no aman. I'm just going to go in and translate what the pastor said. You know, for those of you that are not fluent in Spanish, you guys get to an age where you start liking, and like I said before, that is normal. Okay, you start liking guys, and the guys start liking you. Now, when you are in a relationship, yes, you know, I love you, and you don't even want to get off the phone, but once it gets to the point where this person that you have a relationship starts asking you for things that are not good, I would say, asking you to send pictures, asking you to, you know, have sex, asking you to go to places and do things. I mean, even, and one of the things that I was reading is it says, you know, French kisses, I'm not even going to ask, but French kisses, okay, which use your